going on, guys? Welcome back. Day 2 here at Muldoon's, getting our transmission wrapped up and redone. Our man Abe right here, he's wearing a hat today. His haircut was so good yesterday. But anyway, Abe's wrapping up installing all of the internals, getting everything put back together. We're actually going to head over here. Yesterday, we didn't really get a chance to go over any of the valve body stuff. So we're going to go over the valve body stuff, what we're actually going to be doing. John's right behind you. Going to walk over here. John, hi, good morning.
What's
John,
up, everybody?
wake up. John's not a morning person. So John, tell us what we got going on here. Oh, also yesterday we didn't look at this beautiful MagTech pan that we're going to be using as well. So we got a MagTech pan. Oh, Mag High Tech. I always pronounce that incorrectly. Anyway. So what do we got going on here today, my man?
All right, 68 RFE valve body. These are the parts that we put in our valve bodies. We always start with the brand new Mopar valve body. BD actually had a very interesting article in regards to these valve bodies. And the silver ones, apparently there are ones with silver, and they don't have this hard anodized coating. They prematurely wear out the bore valves. And you can put a repair valve in, but sometimes they say it doesn't last. So just to start with a fresh slate, we get a brand new valve body from Mopar. And then we get in there, we take that good, brand new, fresh, stock factory valve body apart, and we make it even better. We get a bonded separator plate to ensure that, helps ensure that we don't get any cross leaks.
Separator plate is what goes...
Yep, in between the halves of the valve body. So you've got, on this valve body, it's pretty much three main pieces. You've got the lower, the middle, and the electronics. The second thing we do is when you're running higher line pressure, this side cover, the accumulator side cover, is known to blow out, even on 100% stock trucks without transmission tuning.
This plate right here
This plate right here will blow out, and then you'll burn up clutches in the transmission, and catastrophic failure, bad day. So in order to combat that, Sonax makes this upgrade. And if you look at it, make sure I have this right, what it also does is you have to install additional bolts into the valve body. Okay. And they're included. So additional bolts, thicker plate, it's not going to blow out. Okay. That's a good thing. Yep. We do that. That's definitely done in all
That's
of
a
our
good day.
Good day. Third thing.
I like these, by the way. These. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they do, but they look very nice and shiny and anodized. And
yeah.
So what is this actually?
These are the accumulators in the valve body. These are known. The factory ones. These are known. They're like a plastic or a ABS plastic or a Delrin or something of that nature inside of the valve body, and they're down inside of these holes in the valve body. You see, there's 5 holes, and underneath the cover and the springs, you can probably peek in there and see those little accumulators. Those are known to side load. When they get a lot of pressure behind them, they're known to side load and cock.
It's going to shift. And
it prematurely wears the bore out in this casting. What these ensure is that they seal better. There's a scarf cut seal that gets installed. This one of 3. And this is actually very time consuming to do. I'm not going to do all of them. And then there's a Teflon seal that's actually, these are the Teflons. There's a Teflon seal that's a stretch seal and a Teflon seal. And these guide this, and they make sure that it can't get crooked in that bore and side load. So that's a definite plus. Fourth, Big Daddy, huge upgrade for the valve body is this billet D&J.
D&J, not D and J. It's 3 letters every time. It's
I don't know, the box is somewhere.
It's all right.
It's actually on here. D, letter N, letter J. Components. This is huge because under higher elevated line pressures, this casting is actually known to flex.
And you're referring to this bottom piece right here.
Yeah, the bottom portion of the valve body is known to kind of tweak and flex. This ensures that it doesn't. It's got shallower worm tracks for the hydraulics to flow through, and this will not flex. And the other really good thing about this is if you look at a 68 case where the valve body bolts in, the center of it, it's almost like a huge canvas, and there's no real reinforcement. This is almost like adding a girdle. Right. And it kind of ties everything together, and you're not going to have any deflection, not going to get any warpage.
I think it's
no
kind of
leaking.
like, I think like a 48 valve body is nowhere near this big, but a 48 valve body being held into the transmission is held in by way more bolts. This is only like, I forget, you were saying like 5 or 6 bolts that holds in this entire thing.
There's 6 on that. There's 10 on a 48, but the surface area that a 48 valve body, it's just the case is much smaller. That the valve body bolts in and it's got a much less area, and the case itself is not going to.
So a lot of what we're doing inside here is fixing design flaws, and like a lot of trucks have issues with like cross leaks, these things shifting, stuff like that. So even like your factory truck, that has nothing to do with performance of like that's basically design flaws that we're fixing that could happen on any truck.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Ryan's truck did the same thing, like with 150,000 miles on it, he was getting codes or whatever just from, cross leaks, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
not good. And I put pictures up of this accumulator thing, and people have messaged me from dealerships and say, we fix probably 3 or 4 of those a week.
Right.
It's blown out.
Okay.
Accumulator
Nice.
side plates. So
that's the valve body.
It's insurance that it's not going to blow out, and it'll handle all the additional line pressure.
Yep.
So this is something you could also bolt in.
Okay.
You could do this in the truck and not really have to.
Oh, you could actually do that in the truck?
They're super easy.
Oh, wow.
They're like the easiest valve body. Like compared to a 48, they're way easier to install.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Sweet. There's the valve body.
That's what we're doing.
Woo! Alrighty guys, we are all set. Valve body is back in the transmission. Input shaft is in. Everything is pretty much ready to go back into the truck. I do just want to show you guys one thing that we did find this morning that we didn't see yesterday in the mix of things. So this is the factory flex plate. As you can see, kind of right here, we did have a little bit of rubbing actually going on. This bolts to the back there, to the adapter plate, and because we think the converter was a little ballooned out, putting pressure on this, we do think that this was rubbing because of that on the adapter plate. I'll show you guys underneath the truck, but really just another reason, again, the factory flex plate, the factory converter, just really not meant to handle the abuse. Some of the materials are just kind of subpar when you kind of get into some of this stuff. And again, just this was a factory truck, nothing crazy going on. I'll show you guys underneath here. We did get the Suncoast flex plate installed. Got these bolts Loctited in. You can kind of see a little bit right here where it was rubbing, and kind of just a little bit right here. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, the flex plate is covering it. But upgraded flex plate, upgraded converter, and Abe's just buttoning up the transmission right now, and we'll be ready to put this thing back in, get everything connected, and that'll pretty much wrap up the transmission install. Just a quick reminder, if you guys are doing some of this stuff and 68 stuff, anytime you change your tuning or stuff like this with the trans, we got to relearn the entire transmission, which means we kind of need to do our break-in miles. Some people say 20, 30, 40, whatever. We need to put some miles on it so we can relearn the shift points on the transmission. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we should be pretty close to driving this beast home. So that's where we're at. I'll catch back up with you guys when we're all set. All right, guys, so we are wrapping up the transmission install. Sorry for the beeping that you're going to hear in the background. The truck is on. We're actually using our auto agent to update the tune. We're actually going to switch to a unlocked tune from the guys at HPP. The tune that we did have before this was kind of a locked up after, I believe, third gear and up was locked shifts. Seeing that we're going to switch some stuff around in the transmission, we're going to run a unlocked tune. We might play around with that, see what we kind of like. Trans tuning is kind of whatever you guys prefer. But that is loading in here now, and then we're going to start our trans relearn process. We got the guys up there. Look at this. We're using this big camera now, man. This thing's a monster. So Abe's up there filling the transmission up. And after that, we're ready for a test drive. Alrighty, guys. Test drive. Successful. We had already gone through, got some miles on it. We're at 165 temp wise. Trans relearn, we're up to 10 miles. Very light shifting, getting as much shifting in as possible, but everything is working good. Everything feels good. Like I said, we did switch to a unlocked tune, so I mean the trans kind of feels the way it did before. Everything looks good. Actually on our Easy Link, which I don't have hooked up right now, we did before, you can actually see actual and desired line pressure, and we do have a higher pressure built transmission tune in this, running 225 line pressure, and that's pretty much it. Everything's good, so we can't really do anything. We can't do like any pulls or anything. You really want to try and take it really easy on this transmission before it's relearned. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for now. So we're gonna basically drive around in circles with this thing shifting up and down until we can drive home. And that's it, guys. Alrighty guys, we have made it back to the shop. Trip home from Muldoon's was great. No issues, no problems. Trans is shifting great, so can't wait to put even more miles on it, get the trans relearn completely done. Still need to put some miles on it for me personally to feel comfortable, but everything is looking good. There's no leaks, no issues. So if you guys need 68 stuff and you are local to the Newcastle, Delaware area, I know John does not want to ship 68s out, but if you need any 68 stuff, he is your man. Go check him out. Really, really excited. We're going to get started on the compounds here very soon. I believe that it is supposed to snow again here in the very, very future, which just can't win. Can't win with the snow. But that's going to do it, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you guys soon. See ya.